tried to plant a garden, gave it all my care. Watered every seed with hope in the air. I dreamed of blooms where love could be shown, but in this barren land, no fucks are grown. The sun beats down, the dirt is dry. Nothing sprouts no matter how hard I try. And the wind rolls through like a ghostly pluck, bringing only the tumbleweeds of fuck. Oh, the tumbleweeds of fuck, they're all that's left, blowing through a world where hearts are theft. No fucks grow here and none are given, no fucks are known and none forgiven. They tumble and they spin like a dry old luck, rolling through the emptiness, the tumbleweeds of fuck. I asked the sky to rain a little care, but the clouds just laughed and left the air bare. I sowed my love in rows so neat, but all that came up were the weeds of defeat. The cactus shrugged, the sagebrush sighs, and the tumbleweeds dance beneath empty skies. A lonely ballet, a dusty parade, in a land where no fucks are ever made. Oh, the tumbleweeds of fuck, they're all that's left, flowing through a world where hearts are theft. No fucks grow here and none are given, no fucks are known and none forgiven. They tumble and they spin like a dry old luck, rolling through the emptiness, the tumbleweeds of fuck. You see, some folks say, why plant it all when the seeds just withered and the dry winds call? But me, I'll tip my hat, sing to the dust, and honor the tumbleweeds, the tumbleweeds of fuck. Oh, the tumbleweeds of fuck, they're all that's left, blowing through a world where hearts are theft. No fucks grow here and none are given, no fucks are known and none forgiven. They tumble and they spin like a dry old luck. So if you wander through a land so stark, where nothing blooms but the empty dark, tip your hat, let out a little chuck, and wave to the tumbleweeds, the tumbleweeds of fuck.
And here we go. There we go. Mixing it up a little bit with a different song. Pretty sure that was the original Vintage wrote that one. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It's like, look, behold my field of fucks and see that it is barren. Done a couple of streams now, just playing around with the new green screen. I discovered StreamYard can actually it has a function for generating AI images, and it does a pretty damn good job. I kind of like this one. There's no particular actual political parties. It just made this shit up. It does have the hammer and sickle there, I suppose, which is the one that it did know, funnily enough. But the rest of it just looks kind of cool. I like it. And here I am sitting in my, it's supposed to be the interior of a tank. Don't think it quite got that right, but I'll take it. And then probably need to adjust my camera lighting so that the color tone matches the background around me better. But I've been having a bit of fun. I've got a new layout. I also learned Trailer Thrash Music was very generous to show me how to rearrange the layout so I can move around where people pop up and things like that. Just got to get this comment off stage. So for anybody watching, it's 12:30 a.m. over here in Australia, and I just wasn't feeling that tired. And I know in terms of international timelines, well, here in Australia, everyone's in bed. Well, all civilized people are in bed. England, it's, early in the day. America, I think it's even earlier in the day. So I can see there's a couple of people having a peek. But I didn't expect many people to drop in. But I thought I'll try a different time slot. You never know what might happen. And in the meantime, just going to do the usual thing. We're going to watch Savannah from her Patriot Voice interacting with some not crazy lefties, if you get the sarcasm in that. So we'll just see if anybody turns up. I'd love to have some people come in and join the panel so I can try out the new layout, because they pop up in little circles underneath me here. Later on, I'm going to develop borders around the various media assets that come up. Maybe have some text on here, form a bit of a proper show. You know what I mean? Getting serious, kids. Getting serious about it. But I'm very happy with this green screen setup. And it turned out the lights I already had I've got a couple of LEDs to light up this. They cast enough light. That and the globe in the ceiling cast enough light to make the green screen work. Pretty happy with it. Anyway, just going to bring up Savannah. Just going to have a little bit of a look. Probably won't be on too long tonight. I'm just trying things out. If anybody's interested in popping into the chat or coming up for a chat, feel free. If not, no hard feelings. Most likely I'll be on again tomorrow anyway. Let's get this going. So I reckon a nice border around the media asset there would look pretty good. Little border around my little picture here. Can't put a border around the circle ones that come up. There's no way to do that. Oh, actually, there is, but I'd have to have them already on there, like empty spots. So I'm working it out. I'm working it out.
When we were being discriminated, who got it the worst in America right now? Out of everybody. You should know that as a black woman. You idiot. Get out of here, man.
You're so manly. Wow, that was so brave. Do you just hurt people? Is that what you do? It's just politics, bro. It's not poly-antic.
You have a feminine laugh. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
He sells T-shirts from Mexico. He doesn't even give his labor to Americans.
Don't need to be.
I don't want you to.
That guy who was just talking, is that James Klug? The bloke in the black cap on the right there? I've seen him before. He's pretty based too. He does his own stuff, and I've seen him do stuff with Peter Boghossian as well.
Touch me. You're a man. I don't want you touching me.
Get out of here then. So get out of here.
No, this is a public space. Hey everyone, it's Savannah with Her Patriot Voice. We are out here in Union Square. I'm with my good friend James Klug.
Yeah, that's
an
him.
Anti-billionaires protest, and we're going to ask people today what they're so upset about. It's International Workers' Day, yet all the
What the fuck is an anti-billionaires protest? Kind of reminds me, I was a fan of the Clash back in the day, and they participated in a concert called Rock Against Rich. And it was funny because around that time, Joe Strummer, the lead singer, was being interviewed, and the interviewer kind of brought up the fact that the Clash were making a lot of money. They were bringing out, I think, a Christmas album or something, or he asked them, are you going to bring out a Christmas album? The cognitive dissonance was palpable.
people here are not working, or are they? I've got my Not a Paid Protester shirt on so that people know I am here on my own free will. So go ahead and check out James's video and support us down below in the links in the description. You ready?
Let's do it.
What's the importance of coming out?
Hi, we're here because we want to show our support. Obviously, it's so important for youth to stand up. This is going to be our future, and we can't stand for this, and we have to stop it now before things get worse. And demonstrating is one of the most important parts of democracy. And
She said we can't stand for this. Can't stand for what?
we have to do our part to keep it that way.
Okay, what are we demonstrating today?
Well, we've been learning a lot about labor rights. We want, this is based on the Haymarket Riot from the 1890s, right? So it's building on that and all the intersectionality of climate justice and justice for immigrants and, justice for labor unions. And, we all come together because we all share the same needs.
Where are you guys learning all this?
So we go to Institute for Collaborative Education, and our school is they value the education and specifically education on activism. And, they supported us here. The reason why we're here, we have a club, Sunrise.
So they go to a school that specializes in education on activism. What the fuck?
Club, and we essentially
Shout out
here.
Sunrise.
Shout out Sunrise. And so we came here today, and this is where we're learning this stuff because so many other schools, they don't teach these things. We learned, I think, yesterday about how Christopher Columbus, some schools still teach them about how Christopher Columbus was, discovered America. And so we're kind of out here to kind of shout out our school as well a little bit.
Who doesn't have workers' rights nowadays?
I think especially immigrants.
Yeah, I was going to say that, yeah.
Are being underpaid, or if they don't have documents, or everyone should fight for workers' rights. We all want, the minimum wage is never high enough, and we all want.
Should people be able to work if they come into this country legally and possibly take, Americans' jobs? There are a lot of Americans who can't get good jobs either.
I think instead of focusing on how immigrants take jobs, we should focus on how AI takes jobs. And
How what?
AI. I think we should focus on how artificial intelligence takes jobs rather than how other people takes jobs. I think a huge part of working
Both those
is,
sound maybe problematic with AI.
yeah,
If AI is going to wipe out tens of millions of jobs, that might be a problem for the American people.
100%. I feel like we're focusing on the wrong things. We have to start focusing less on immigration and, come together as a people rather than focusing and relying on AI and technology. That's what's so poor about May Day specifically. It's that, like she said, this is all about intersectionality.
I was muted. I kind of like AI. AI is responsible for this awesome background on this screen right now. That's responsible for the background behind me. It's responsible for some of the really cool songs I have in my media bank here that my wonderful chat and mods send in to me. I like it. But she said intersectionality, so we know where it's going.
There's so many different problems happening, and I'm happy that we're all out here and we're talking about way more than May Day. We're talking about, wars that are happening, and we're talking about education rights. So.
Well, speaking of immigrants having jobs, I'm sure you heard about the fraud that was going on in Minnesota, and thankfully now those people are being prosecuted. But those people committed millions and millions of dollars in fraud. And I'm not saying that every immigrant does that, because that would be false. But there are some people, I think, that come into our country and they don't have good intentions.
I think that this conversation is not that productive right now. I want to go be part of the.
You just think like you don't feel comfortable saying that the fraud is wrong?
Just going to bail out, as they do. Bring up a valid point that counters their arguments, and I just don't think this conversation's productive. Often the next thing they'll say is, please don't put me on camera. I don't give permission. As if you need permission.
That was committed in Minnesota?
This is not really.
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly what we're saying.
I'm just asking. Do you think people like that should be able to work in our country when they've pretended to run daycares that have no children?
I think our president has done far worse. So
why can't you answer the question directly? Why do you have to put it back to Trump? Because he had nothing to do with that.
Right, but he also has done a lot of worse things as well. I think you're trying to level it almost, and I feel like both things are equally bad, and I don't think it's.
I don't know exactly what you're talking about that's worse than that. But focusing on this issue specifically with fraud, immigrants come into this country and commit $1 million of fraud. It's been shown in Minnesota. Tim Walz knew about it and didn't do anything. Can you condemn those immigrants coming in here and committing millions of dollars in fraud? Can you condemn that?
What are the chances she's going to condemn the fraud by the immigrants? What are the odds that she'll do it?
Very simple.
I think committing crimes is wrong, but American people commit more crimes than immigrants, American citizens. So I think that, this doesn't really make sense as an argument.
Are you talking about legal immigrants or illegal immigrants?
I don't think any immigrant is illegal.
Well, you're illegal if you enter without being processed.
I just think the term illegal just is weird.
But it's just.
AVG, don't poke him. Don't poke the bear. We're having a little reprise from K2 tonight. He got under my skin the other night, and I had a little word to him. And then the next day he came back and fucking mocked me again, that bastard. Good evening to you too. I think Katie's out in the lounge room watching some sort of, I'm going to say rubbish TV. It's not. She does like to watch, some, what do they call it? Chewing gum for the eyes, just to chill out. And I'm sure he will be here. He was at Glaciers. I don't know what Glaciers is, but we'll see. Good to have you here anyway. Yeah, she likes reality TV, stuff like that. But also some decent sort of a comedy on Netflix, like a comedy series, not a comedy show, but just a comedy series. No, it's all good. I sometimes indulge in a little bit of that myself.
Going against our immigration laws.
What do you think is wrong with that? In your view, you said, I'm sorry, I was trying to hear you. You said you don't think calling them illegals is right?
I just think oftentimes we have to focus on the words that we use, and I think illegal just isn't perfect.
Just wondering why use softer language to describe a crime.
I'm not saying softer language.
What word should we use?
I think instead of focusing on specifically what words, we should focus on the actual topic that's at hand. You know what I'm talking about? Like the actual immigration into the U.S.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
No, I get it.
So shouldn't people just follow the immigration laws? Like, respect the laws of a country you want to come into?
I mean, I think it's complicated right now because I think you can use this example with like someone who's very poor and needs food, right? If you're very, very poor, then, you don't have a choice. I feel like oftentimes,
if you're half the planet though.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we should focus on those problems instead of focusing on like, illegal immigration
What
into
about
the United
focusing on the
States.
problems of the American citizens and the problems that we have instead of
Yeah, we
being
should.
the world soup kitchen?
Should they come first before people outside the country?
Oh, here we go. Here come the retards. Here come the retards. Paige, these motherfuckers have been giving me a hard time because of that one time when I, wasn't my best moment over on your panel, and I got messy and stuff, and I don't know if I've actually apologized to you for that. Actually, probably a good opportunity now. Yeah, I do apologize for that one time when I got a little bit too fucking drunk and a bit too loose and made an ass of myself. So, Paige, I hope you can accept my apology. But it seems like you've been around, and but these guys won't leave me alone. These bloody guys won't leave me alone. Emmett, no, not lol, you bastard. You've done it yourself. I find that hard to imagine. I find that hard to imagine. And anyway, Kieran, well, define good, Emmett. Define good, okay? It's a broad term. Mister, haven't seen you for a while. It has happened, albeit sparingly. Yeah, I get you. Mister just seems to. He keeps accusing. You see, you people. He keeps accusing me of being a vegan, and from Tasmania. I'm neither. Now, in a previous, I won't call it a lifetime, when I was a younger man, I did dabble in the veganism for a while. In fact, I went one step further. I went to a dietary regime called natural hygiene. Look it up. It's pretty full on. But I eventually, I've even tried carnivore diet, which is actually pretty good. Now I'm a lot more relaxed about the whole thing. I think the main thing is just don't eat too much. That's probably, eating too much is probably much more important than what you eat. Here we go. Pseudo Master Chef. These dumb kids, but illegals need food, so we must feed them. Let them break our laws. Where does it end? Good question.
Never said that.
I didn't say you said it. I just was asking because there's a lot of people who suffer acute hunger in America, like American children. But if we're giving our money and our food to immigrants,
Yeah.
there's no food. And
I don't think we should I think we should all just kind of focus on, right. So I don't think we should just focus on immigrants in general. I think we should focus on all those problems and focus on the U.S. problems as well.
So illegal immigration. Are you Jamal?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Maybe, I don't know.
we heard some
I'm
people
working
over
on a
there.
video. We're here checking it out. Are you managing the tent?
Oh, get ready. We're going to get a bit of black on black aggro here. They are so fucking funny, these people.
What's this? What's this about?
We heard that all the shirts were free today.
You heard what?
The shirts were free because, like,
Who told you that?
Zoran wants to, like, start giving us money. So.
This is my, just to let you know, this is my little business that I run.
Oh.
So this is not like a Zoran run business. This is my own little thing.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Be honest with me. Do you rock pro-Trump stuff at like Trump things?
Trump?
Yeah.
I don't mess with Trump.
Okay, so this is just your. Okay, so you do support Zoran, I guess, at least.
Yeah, I support anybody that supports the people. Anybody that's kind and generous and nice to the people, I love them. I love them back.
Yeah.
You know?
Right on.
What's your favorite thing that he's done so far for the city?
Favorite thing that he has done so far is he's done a few things. He's showing the people what he's basically had been campaigning.
I've got to admit, I'm not familiar with who Zoran is. I kind of get the gist from the nature of the conversation, but I really don't know who he is. So I'm woefully uneducated in that department.
Oh, for instance, with the child care, he's already putting that in place.
Oh.
I could keep going on for days, but I'm really busy.
Oh.
Here. But yeah.
Can she take one of these?
Can she take one? What you?
Ah, is Zoran is he like a Muslim? I think I saw that he was becoming the mayor of York. The mayor of York. Holy shit. That's what I'm going to call people now when they're rude to me. York. York.
I mean, like, yeah, she can have one for $20.
We're trying to stay away from the capitalist system.
like no capitalism.
That it's trying to be more of one with the community and stuff.
Well, I'm a businessman, so this is what I do. This is my business.
But Zoran is anti-capitalist. He likes everything being run by the government.
Yeah, you're right. But just like I just told you, I know you're trying to bait me because.
No, I'm not. I just can't believe that this is allowed out here.
He says you're trying to bait me when she just makes a point. Right. Yeah, that seems to be what happens, eh? You can look at the UK they're a bit ahead of you guys in that department. I'm not going to say Australia's far behind, but you know.
You can't believe what's allowed out here.
Capitalism, because everyone over there was saying like end capitalism. Like I'm surprised they haven't tried to shut this down yet.
Oh, you know what's going on. Come on. Hold on.
Can we clarify that? Is she not getting a free shirt, man?
I once saw a Banksy cartoon or a Banksy piece of artwork. There was all these people lining up to a stall. There was a mum pushing a pram. There was a couple of teenage boys. There was a punk with the mohawk and the leather jacket with the spikes. And the stall had a sign. They were selling T-shirts that said "Fuck capitalism."
You telling me you voted for this guy? This is your boy. This is who you like. This is who she likes, everybody. This is who she represents. Everybody check that out. That's your boy.
Actually, thank you. I love Melania. She's gorgeous. Thank you for thinking I look like her.
Hey, what's up, people? How y'all doing? We love y'all. Hey, there we go.
Didn't Trump call the cops on Epstein to try to expose some of the crazy stuff he was doing?
So hold on. Is it okay to grab you by the pussy?
No.
Oh, okay, because that's what he represents. Grabbing chicks by the pussy.
Since
He represents grabbing chicks by the pussy. We
all know he didn't say that. He said they would let you. He didn't say you should or I do. He just said if you're rich and you're famous, there's a certain subset of women who will let you do that. It wasn't a fucking recommendation. Yeah. Thousands of idiots who protested fossil fuels while in their plastic oil-made kayaks, and they were probably using their iPhones or their Androids to publicize it on the TikTok. And of course, you know, what's in a phone. And in fact, if you want to look at any kind of manufacturing, the supply chain relies pretty heavily on, you know, oil, petroleum, let alone the things that are made from, you know, from oil and petroleum. But, you know, you've got to stand for something. Like you've got to glue your hand to a pavement or something, or throw some tomato sauce on a Van Gogh painting. That'll teach them.
heard it on the video. We heard it on the video.
Didn't he say they let you? There was consent. He said they let you.
Do you support sex workers? Do you not support sex workers to make money?
Grab him by the pussy.
Yes, sir. Just quick clarification. No shirt then for her.
What's up, everybody?
It has to be $20.
Everybody.
You guys, if you have 20 to 25 to 30
Everybody,
bucks,
I wish you a peace
you can
and
get a
love.
t-shirt.
I wish you a peace and love. We should be kind
Are these
and
made in
generous
sweatshops?
to each and every other human being.
The shirts are made here, right?
In child labor?
You know?
They're not made in labor camps, like child labor
Dude,
camps.
you're,
right?
you're so lame. You're so lame. I'm laughing. This is the reason why I'm laughing, right?
Right.
Because I grew up in the hood, right? I grew up in a hood in Brownsville, Brooklyn,
Yeah.
where people could sell crack, people could get murdered, And I ain't seen none of these people walk up to me and say anything. But as soon as you out here and you selling stuff and you making a legit business, everybody comes for you.
How long have Democrats been in control of that area?
That's crazy.
How long have the Democrats controlled that area you grew up in?
That's crazy.
Are you gonna answer the
No,
question?
damn it.
So what's your
I know you're not.
So what's your
I know you're not.
what's that?
James Klug on MySpace.
Oh, okay, MySpace.
Hey, you're a jokester. I figured you like that.
No, you look like the dude from MySpace.
Zionist and MAGA.
Oh, you're a Zionist. Oh, that's what it is.
We never said that.
We never even talked about that. What are you talking
So what's your name?
Zionist.
Who are
Zionist
you?
and MAGA.
I'm Savannah.
Idea.
Savannah, where you from?
Hey,
I live in New York.
You guys,
You live in New York? Are you really from New York? What's the answer? What's the answer?
James Klug.
No, I'm saying, what do you want?
Oh, you made it.
Hey everyone, you can follow me, Savannah, her Patriot voice, you already know. And also Black Queens Against Oppression.
You got a baby. You always come out here with all of that.
That's funny. She does that when she goes to lefty protests and she starts asking questions. She kind of comes in pretty casual, like, "I like your sign," you know, because they always. I make a joke about the lefties and their craft sessions, where they get together and you know they get some their textures and their crayons and what's it called? Their glitter, and they make these little cardboard signs together. It must be awesome to go to one of these little craft sessions. And she walks up and she says, "I like your sign. Can you explain it to me?" And then they start to get a hint that she's on the other side, and they go, "Where are you from?" And she goes, I'm from Black Queens Against Oppression." And they go, "Oh, okay. And she gets a bit more time out of them before they finally realize. And then they go, "You know, this conversation doesn't really make any sense. I'm going to go now."
Why can't you just answer the question though?
Answer what question?
I asked you a series of questions.
What question?
So let's start.
Yeah.
On the comment that you made.
What comment? Which one?
The one, grab her by the pussy.
Yeah, grab her by the pussy. Yeah.
I'm not saying that was a nice thing to say, but it
Yeah.
was said before he was president in
Yeah.
locker room talk. And is it not true that a lot of females throw themselves at rich men? So they literally let you grab them by the pussy.
This is the thing: is when I'm home with my kids and my sons, I don't want them to have a role model or some of them to look up to a leader, and for somebody to say something as sexual as grab them by the pussy. That's not who I want my kids to look up to. Or Donald Trump that says that. I want somebody that's going to be nice and kind and talk to the people like a human being, not to go on the air when another fellow American dies and he goes, "I'm glad he's dead."
Yeah, that.
So he doesn't want his boys to grow up and understand locker room talk, which has been demonized, but it's a real thing. Guys get together and talk shit. Sometimes women would be surprised what men talk about. It's often not women. Do you know what I mean? There's only so much you can actually talk about. Guys often talk about a whole bunch of other stuff, and every now and then, there might be a little bit of banter, and someone will mention some woman they saw, and then they'll just go, "Oh yeah, she's pretty hot," and wouldn't mind, stuff like that. But it's he wants his boys to do what, right? No locker room talk. Come on, man.
Wasn't too cute.
That's crazy.
I think we can condemn the bad things that he's done.
Like as if women don't have locker room talk. I wouldn't have a clue, but it wouldn't surprise me that women talk about, stuff they wouldn't talk about. They say things about guys they wouldn't say to guys, I'd imagine. Should we, make sure you teach your daughters not to. Come on, man. This is bloody ridiculous. I didn't want to go there. That would be casting aspersions,
But you're here in support of Zoran.
That's crazy.
All right, you guys.
And Zoran has made countless anti-Semitic comments.
Oh, I love this.
Do you condemn anti-Semitism, which is a form of racism?
Listen.
Hold on. As a black man, I don't give a fuck about none of that bullshit.
You don't care about
Because
anti-Semitism?
where was they when we're struggling? Where were they in the hood? When all of the shit goes down in the hood, what the fuck are they saying? Nothing. When we were being discriminated, who got it the worst in America right now? Out of everybody. You should know that as a black woman, you fucking idiot. Get out of here, man.
You're so manly. Wow, that was so brave.
Get out of here.
You're so manly.
Get out of here.
So he wants to talk.
He wants to teach his boys not to get involved in locker room talk and to be nice and to be kind. And he just called her a fucking idiot and said, get out of here. Bro, can you hear yourself?
Talk about. He wants to talk about Trump being a bad influence, but this man, he has sons, and he just called a woman who he doesn't even know an effing idiot. What did you call me? You're such a hypocrite.
That's the bodyguard. Everybody, that's what the bodyguard looks like.
You lose your temper.
When they come and bait you, that's part of their crew right here as well. That's him right there.
We got TikTok too.
You can't hold your temper when a woman comes up to you and speaks. That's so embarrassing.
Now she try to twist it. They always try to twist the story.
I never said anything offensive to you. Yeah. I hope you're hi 15 of his friends. Hi.
I don't even have 15. I don't have no friends because everybody's fake and phony like you.
Oh, how am I fake and phony by asking
Because you know why? Because you came up to me and if you was respectable, you would have said, excuse me, sir, can I do a little interview with you? But now you came up here and you baited me. That's not, come on, that's not honorable. That's not honorable.
You feel baited?
Oh, shut the fuck up, man. Get out of here with that bullshit. Do you feel baited? Do you feel baited? Come on, man, be real.
Are you getting a little upset? Oh.
Nobody is real. Everybody's chasing the bag. Everybody wants views. Everybody wants likes.
Is this including you? Is this including you? Is this including you?
Capitalism.
He's baiting again.
Is it including you?
Capitalism.
So you're in a Zoran Mandani.
Look at this.
Like, you really don't have room to talk like right now because you're a product of brainwashing because you're in the Zoran Mandani tent. Like he literally brainwashed you and promised you all these things that get you nothing.
He's selling foreign t-shirts.
You're selling pro-capitalism stuff for anti-capitalist.
This is my business. This is not Zoran. This is not anybody.
But you're
my
Zoran.
business.
You're a business, but you're
who do you work for?
I don't work for politicians.
Well, who do you work for?
You already said you supported him.
But what do you do?
ourselves.
Tell
What
me.
about us?
Tell me, what do you
What's
do?
your obsession with Zoran
None of your
Mandani?
business.
Yep, that's it. That's what they do all the time.
Out of all the things.
None of your business.
Oh, shit like this, yo. I've been waiting for shit like this all my
I'm
life.
just asking, bro. You don't have to get emotional.
This is when you know.
You don't have to emotionally defend
This is
yourself.
when you know when
I'm
you're
just asking you, why are you doing this as a business?
Yeah.
There's on that point, there's a guy here in Australia. I wish I could remember the name of his channel because I used to watch it. And I'd like to watch it again. He goes out around the city of Melbourne where I used to hang out and work. His channel's got the word conversation in it. And basically he goes to protests like, what do they call them? Pro-choice protests. And he literally goes there to ask them their opinion, just to chat to them, find out what they're protesting about. And the mere fact he's asking questions, they lose their friggin' mind. I've seen him mobbed, surrounded and hounded by people just because he's literally trying to understand what their position is. It seems if you don't automatically agree with them, right? So by asking questions means you aren't on board, at least yet. They cannot stand it. They've all got to walk in lockstep.
You really made it with the Zoran Mamdani business.
Talk to me, then we can talk. But let's go off the camera.
I don't really want to walk away. I just want to know.
Yeah, why do you guys have to go over there?
Everybody does everything for the lights. I can take this gentleman off the camera and I can go and have a civilized conversation with him and answer all of his questions, but he'd rather be right here in front of the camera because everybody chases
It's pretty reasonable. He doesn't want to wander off with you.
I didn't really want to get off. I don't know you.
He doesn't know you.
Everybody wants views.
And you're very
Everybody
emotional.
wants to see somebody.
Yeah,
You know?
while you're front and center on
So
the camera.
let's go talk if you want to talk.
I'm not interested in moving around. I'm
You don't want to talk. Oh, okay, so go.
why do you have a Zoran Mandani business?
And he accepts defeat, and the crowd goes wild. Whoa.
You have to be able to objectively like answer simple questions. Like
Because nobody's real. Nobody's real. Like if we shut the camera off, we can have a conversation. I'll tell you everything.
if they want to
I'll even tell you the position that I put my wife.
Why can't he talk in front of the camera? What's the difference? Nobody's real. If you turn the camera off, we can have a conversation. What the hell's that about? Have a conversation now.
In last night, but in front of the cameras,
Why do we need to know that? Do you know why we have to film? Because both of us have been assaulted multiple times.
But I'm not here to. So I'm running.
I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know who you are.
So why if you don't know who I am and what I would do, why the hell would you come up to me? and
First
shut up?
Amendment.
Why would you run up on me?
You don't even know me,
Why
bro.
would you run up on me?
I would
you want to do?
I would
that?
hardly describe it as
You
being
know,
on
like
you.
you're horribly.
Yeah,
come on.
We definitely ran up on you.
This is what they do. They come, they bait me. They got their bodyguard over here. So if I want to get out of line, if I want to get, shut up. I'm not talking to you.
But you're talking about
You
nothing.
keep it respectful about
You're
it.
just.
Yeah, you're so emotional.
You're emotional for no reason.
But what do you want to do?
I'm asking you a question and you can't answer it.
Let's go over there and talk
Why don't you
off
just
the
answer really
camera.
quick?
Just answer it.
Just answer
Get it out of the way.
Let's talk off of the camera.
You can be like,
He
I have a
doesn't wanna
Zoran
go anywhere
Mandani
with you.
business because of A. It doesn't matter why. I don't care why.
Because we love him. Okay.
Why?
Answer.
Why?
But I don't want to answer. I'm a human being. What gives you the right to come over here and say, answer the question? Answer
I'm
the
just
question.
asking you why.
I'm telling you, I can answer the question.
But you're
till
so
we go off
emotional
camera.
and passionate. You're literally almost in my face
It
because
don't
you're,
matter, but
you're
you coming
defending
over
yourself
here.
hard.
You're coming to
I asked you
my
why you
area.
have a business.
But you coming
for
to my
Zoran Mandani.
area. I'm from the real New York. Before all of this camera shit was going on, dudes like you, we deal with you really quick. 1, 2, 3.
What?
One,
Deal
two,
me how?
What do you mean by that?
He's from the hood, kids. He's from the real hood, bro. He's pulling the hood card.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that.
No, we
getting
don't.
Are you
violence?
from Long
You wanna-
Island? Are you from Long
Are
Island?
you
use
condoning
violence?
violence?
Bro?
Wow.
Where you from?
I'm
Where you from?
California.
Exactly.
Just because I intellectually
Come on.
challenge you,
What do you
now
mean
you want to go to
exactly?
violence.
Exactly.
Black on black crime
That's
right here.
ridiculous, bro.
Right.
You
So
have to be
all the
objective.
people that are black, that's
You can't be
who really
objective and
support.
reasonable.
Don't touch me.
You don't need to
Don't
be-
touch me.
you don't need to be
I don't
doing
want
that.
you to touch me. You're a man. I don't want you
Get out
touching
of
me.
here then. So get out of here.
No,
I
this is
didn't
a
touch
public
you.
space.
Obviously,
on.
You
it's
did. You
okay.
It's one thing I love about America when I see these kind of interactions. I've seen Caitlin Bennett do it as well. You can go back and forth, and then don't touch me. I fucking love it. Don't touch me. That's actually battery. So I learned this. Assault and battery are different things. Assault is lifting my fist and threatening to have a go. Actually touching you is battery. Don't touch me. I fucking love it.
Physical contact with me, bro. You literally just made physical contact with me, and you're gonna tell me you didn't touch me. We have like 3 camera angles. Touch your wife. Don't touch me. I don't like when you touch me. I didn't ask for that. I know. Hi, wife. Your husband just touched me
I
unprovoked.
was trying to put my elbow on her shoulder.
I don't want
and
that.
She took it to the extreme.
That's not even a word. That's not even a word.
They coming inside my area.
By the way, he's not
in
taking
my
it to the
zone.
extreme
Oh,
right now.
wait.
He's the example of
my
not
area, my zone.
Your area, you own this land. You own this land. I thought this was stolen land.
By the way, your area's over there.
Yeah, go over there, under your tent,
I
honey.
will. Watch this.
Okay, bye.
Wasting my time.
Stay there, honey.
I'm not a
But the
socialist.
way that he treats you, just because you asked him a question.
I was just asking him. You wouldn't. I said turn the camera off. You can tell me.
No,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be up here talking none of this shit.
I'm not talking
You ain't.
shit. I
you
literally
wouldn't
told you
be-
to sell
Come on.
You're spurting out. I told you to sell them.
You're a hypocrite, and you don't want to admit
Your
it.
mother's a hypocrite.
My mother's dead, so thank you.
Good.
Look
Just
at
like
this
Trump
language.
said.
Good, right?
Just
It's
like
like-
Trump said. Just like Trump said to the one of those government workers who passed away. Good.
Take it back to Trump.
You're happy my mom's dead?
Good.
Yeah. You're so loving. Wow.
I know, but
We can just go back to what he said. We'll revisit it. I want to teach my boys, not to be say mean things like Trump, to be nice. Shown a pretty good example, eh?
What are you gonna do?
You
about
wish
it?
you could have been
What are
with
you
my
gonna
mom,
do
honey.
about it? And
Nothing.
look at you.
I
Look at
support
you.
your right to free speech, but I don't support your right to touch me when I didn't ask you to do that.
But that wasn't a touch. That was me putting my elbow. I didn't touch you. I would
touching-
never want to touch you.
Good.
You're disgusting.
Touching is literally making physical
Look what
contact
you're
with
doing
someone.
out here. You're disgusting.
New York's not art like that.
All right, all right.
People can talk.
We're gonna
I'm disgusting, y'all. Comment if you think I'm disgusting.
When the cameras go up, we can have a conversation. We can talk. I'm not even interested.
By
Exactly.
the way, don't turn off the cameras because he actually just told me that he would attack me if the cameras were off.
And then he was happy that my mom's dead.
Well, I'm just repeating what you
Oh,
just
let's
said.
just roll back the clip.
Yeah, well, you know.
You need all the stereotypes. Grow
Hey, mate, how you going?
What's up? Figured I'd come in instead of just yapping in the chat.
Yeah,
These
fair
people-
enough.
These people are all the same. They're all clones of one another. They all have the same talking points, and it's just you can't even have a discussion. Well, let's go off camera and have a discussion. Well, what's the difference?
I know.
You know?
I know. And they are kind of like you could be halfway through a conversation with one of them and you could just pluck them out and put somebody else in and just continue the same conversation. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not really thinking for themselves. They're just talking points. But it's the way they lose their friggin' minds and get all excited that kind of spins me out.
Yeah, especially after, oh, you support a president that said this, and that, and then right away,
Yeah.
he can say whatever he wants to anybody, and yeah, it's just they just don't want their logic tested.
Yeah, they can't handle it because it'll never stand up.
Yeah, that's what they're told. That's what they're told to do. This all started when the Democrat Party, the left, always used to. It was always about, you want to push the Republicans want to push Granny over the cliff, and they want you back in chains in their races. But when Trump got elected, they took it to a whole different level. So it became, Nazi, racist, and all these terms. So it's, dehumanize us to the point where it's like, oh, they're so racist that they can't be helped. They don't understand anything. They don't have any of the facts. So just don't engage with them. Just don't engage with them.
Yep, that's it. No dialogue.
Yep.
Just shout out to average female debater. She's heading off to work. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you again soon. All right, I'll play a little bit more.
Grown man over here. He has children, sons at that.
What are you doing?
Sons.
I love this shit. Y'all don't realize
You
who
love
I am.
violence?
Y'all don't even know who I am and what I do. I love this shit. This is
love
an
violence?
opportunity for me.
Really?
I love this shit.
Wait,
I'm
what
dead
do you do?
serious.
Tell us.
Do you just hurt people? Is that what you do?
It's just politics, bro. It's poly-antic.
You have a feminine laugh.
Oh, now you going against.
You've been more than nasty to her.
Now you're going against my sexuality, hey?
Oh, so saying you have
that
a
what it
feminine
is?
laugh makes me go against your sexuality.
Love this shit.
I know you're gonna watch this photo later, this video later.
And everybody, this is their bodyguards.
Yep.
Probably IDF.
People have assaulted.
Let's move on.
KKK over here. This is KKK.
Yeah, the KKK with a black woman, because that makes sense. Two black women at that.
Woman, you ain't no black
You
woman.
just call me black. Rewind the clip.
Okay, so now they're just throwing out every insult under the sun. Yeah, right.
Well,
It's just,
Unity just said, he says, "Oh, I love this. This is what I do." When 2 minutes ago you were yelling and cursing, saying, "Get out of here! I don't want to do this. This is bullshit. I don't want to do this on camera." Now it's like,
oh, it's a fucking circus, mate.
Yeah.
Out of everybody, you should know that as a black woman, you fucking idiot.
You just called me a black woman.
Do not act like this.
Do you have schizophrenia? Do you have memory loss?
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Aren't you an ally?
I love the dude.
Him? No, he's a Trump supporter.
He's a Trump supporter.
No, I'm not no Trump supporter. This is my tent over here. You see what? Well, come on, why are you gonna do some good shit like that?
It's his really busy tent. That's why he's following us.
My mom is dead. And he said that exactly my mom is dead.
Wow.
We're really going to listen to you.
What are your thoughts, ma'am? What are your thoughts about that rhetoric?
He's a big twat. All right, sorry,
That's okay.
fucking asshole. You know? Any more?
That's pretty-
I
that's
know
pretty
you can't
gnarly.
show that, but you know.
And he has kids as well.
Oh, that's shameful. Oh, that's so sad. I feel bad for your
He's a
kids.
neutral guy. All right.
Sons at
Neutral
that.
party.
Young men that he's raising.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Don't let these people lie to you. They're just like the media.
We have to.
What are you about, dude?
You
What's
have a
your trip?
capitalism business. Like, who's the hypocrite here?
The capitalism business.
You won't give those away for free. Like, Zoran wants people to have things for free, and here you are selling overpriced
Are
shirts.
you a broke bitch? You can't afford one? Is that what it is?
Wow. Are you a broke bitch? Oh man,
I
this
bet if
guy
somebody
is.
gave this chump, I bet if somebody gave this chump 1,000 Trump shirts, right? Gave him the permit to sell them at a Trump rally and say, hey, you can sell these for $25 a pop. We'll give them all to you for $1 a piece. He'd be there in a heartbeat selling them.
Yeah, you're probably right. Actually, that's a good point.
I think so. Anyway. I could be wrong also, but it is so
he's-
funny.
No, no. He has his own
Are you
business.
coming over to another man's tent and asking them to give you a shirt?
He's just selling shirts.
I'm striking right back at you.
Like that to you?
What was that, ma'am?
I said, I'm asking this woman, do you want to
Hey,
talk
excuse
with
me,
him?
sir. We got a camera guy right here.
Critical
Sorry.
for him to come out here and say that he's anti-capitalism and then selling shirts.
Yeah, they're not union-made shirts either.
Not union made.
Nope.
They're made in Mexico. I checked.
Big a-hole.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm heading down because I'm old enough.
God bless you. And watch out for this guy.
Oh, they're made
I
in
will,
Mexico.
I will, honey. Yeah, I will.
Dangerous. He's
Okay.
black and he has dreads.
Why do you have
I
to
Wonder if Mamdani's getting his
Thank you.
cut.
Thank you for your time, ma'am.
What's that, mate?
I wonder if Zoran Mamdani is getting his cut. He's selling his gear.
Well, could be copyright. You know, could be copyright issues there.
I wonder if wow. Yeah, I wonder if he just had those printed up without. Yeah, I wonder if he even has the proper permits.
Yeah,
You know?
he's the kind of bloke who'd be selling 2-pack t-shirts without getting any kind
Yeah.
of copyright. Yeah, just holy shit.
Thank you for your time.
How old are you? How old are you?
All right, should we move on?
I'm striking right back at you. You want to come and mess
You
with
really
me?
got
Here
me,
I
honey.
come. Here I come.
I think he's
Yeah, this is what
he's
I
in the middle of
do.
an episode, so we.
Oh, IDF. Look,
Let's-
look. I have no weapons. No, I'm showing your butt. I have no weapons. No weapons. No weapons. No weapons. With the KKK and IDF. We got the Zionists. Here we are.
Yeah. He's holding it together. All right. Let's keep going.
Hi there. How are you? Is this your friend? Yeah. I think he needs a friend. What brings you out here today? What's the importance of coming out?
Next person. He's now following us everywhere. So
Yeah, I'm following you. I admit it. I'm following you.
you admit it?
100%. I'm
Okay.
following you out in public.
Yes,
Correct.
that's correct.
100%.
I'm gonna say one time. Could you please stop following us?
No.
Okay, cool. So that's one time that we've said it.
My name is Sin. I'm at the We Outside Pro podcast programming.
Yes, sir.
This is our card right here.
I'd love to check it out. And are you just documenting the pro? Ma'am, here you go.
No, we document everything that's outside on Union
Are you
Square.
okay?
Are you okay?
What?
What'd you just say?
I don't know.
Everything that's going outside on Union Square. This is our job to record
I was trying to get it for you.
and report it. I'm outside covering 14th Street Union Square because it's called the We Outside podcast. So whatever's out here, we cover. You know? So,
Really quick,
and I don't understand why they say she's KKK. And
He's
Tried to
he's
ask
crazy.
him, but he's in the middle of an episode.
We got the We Outside podcast, by the way. We're with our boy. What's your name?
Sid,
Sid. James. Pleasure to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, do you mind if I ask you? I know it's your show.
Go ahead, ask questions. Look, what's your show?
I'm James with James Klug on YouTube, and this is Savannah Craven right here.
Our Patriot voice.
Now,
We outside,
we're
y'all.
outside. Do you mind if I ask your thoughts in general of this demonstration, and then also how is it usually out here, just in the streets of because you're always outside documenting. How has it been in New York City? Tell us about it.
Well, they come out here fairly often now, maybe about once or twice a month now they come out here. I can understand because they're trying to get the young people to understand what's going on, because the older people understand. Like myself, I understand what's going on. And for me to just record the young people from the NYU this was a beautiful thing, because right now this generation to me is gone, lost.
What is?
Lost. This generation is lost. Most of them is lost.
I mean, what are the problems that you're seeing?
For me, in my community, there's no programming, and
That's actually a real thing. The sort of woke virus that's gone in through the universities for decades. A lot of those students are now getting into positions in management and into law firms. And
Yep, it's scary.
it really is. They're going to be carrying that into, like, if you can imagine a law school being woke, like concepts like free speech sort of coming into question, or the presumption of innocence. These people are going to eventually become lawyers and judges, man.
Politicians.
And politicians, oh shit.
They already infiltrated our government with Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib. Rashida Tlaib was at that protest years ago with their arm around that Iranian, literally an Iranian terrorist who killed U.S. soldiers. But you know what else? You know what else is it's funny? Like, no matter what the cause is for, let's say it's a pro-choice protest. It's not. It's never just a pro-choice protest. They got their little Palestinian scarves. It's issue. It's every issue in once. It's like they hand out a little woke kit. It's got your scarf. It's got your sign. They have something in that kit, a mask, something to represent every little fake cause that they stand for. It can't just be
if you know one cause they stand for, you know all of them. That's it comes as a cluster of ideas.
Yeah.
And social media, they all about likes, they all about posting everything.
Right, it's become the new currency.
Do the same thing, but I don't want to do the negative. I want to do positive.
So I usually talk about politics. So it's a mixed bag.
And they want to fuck with me. I'm being civilized.
Imagine his wife knowing that he's following two other brown girls.
You're following a black woman around harassing me for no reason.
Black woman?
I am not.
Hell no.
Now you can tell me what I am.
Hell no, you ain't no black woman.
Literally.
You don't want to mess with Maya.
Give him a couple of warnings.
Look at this. We got this fake Destiny Child looking imitation.
I love to be compared to anybody in Destiny's Child. Okay. You can't even come up with a good insult because I'm so pretty to you.
Pretty? You look like Michael Jackson with a fucking weave in the head.
Beautiful. Michael Jackson was hot. Michael Jackson was sexy. Everyone in America thought that. Why is that an insult?
Don't let me get on you.
No, you got
Don't let me get on you.
Honey,
All right. Your hairline.
you don't got nothing.
All right. Hey, you guys.
You look like a Muppet baby.
Hey, listen. We're gonna move one more time. We're gonna ask him to leave us alone a second time. Okay. All right. Ask you a second time for you to stop stalking us, please.
Third time.
Oh, third time?
You asked me 3 times.
Okay, I asked you. Okay. All righty. I don't know if NYPD does anything about that, if people follow you, but I don't think they do.
Where's the threat? Don't make a false report.
You literally
Don't make
said,
a
we have it on
false claim.
camera
Don't
that
make a
you
false
said, you can
claim.
be loud, but you said that you would hit him if the camera was
Don't make
on.
a false claim, okay?
Yeah. You said you would hit him if the camera was on.
I never said that. I put a
You
million.
did.
We literally recorded it. I know you wouldn't. And now you're a liar. Wow.
Keep calling us. Can't do anything about it, or can we? Some places you can. It's just
I'm in public.
But he's threatening us. He'll do it again.
3 warnings. Yep. Another day in New York City.
Another day in New York City. I would really love to know the amount of money this man is going to lose out on today because he's refusing to stand in his booth. All because he wants to follow us around. I can't think of anything creepier than following a woman
That's
around.
insane.
I'm an artist. I think this moment is really not about an individual or individuals. This is for you. You can each have one. Notice my name is not on it because it's not about me.
What is it?
It's a Declaration of Independence with a bunch of...
Okay.
Yeah,
So it's that.
you wouldn't be on it because you weren't there to sign it, right?
I mean, but as an artist, an artist is quick to sign something and be like, I made this. So that's what I'm trying to say.
Did you take off work today to be to this demonstration to show your support? How's your day going?
I'm doing well. I mean, I'm just
Did your boss let you get out to go do this?
I mean, I'm my own boss. So,
Your own boss?
yeah.
Oh, independent art.
Absolutely.
And what kind of art do you mainly do? Does it have anything to do with any of these movements going on or no?
Well, I kind of just feel it out. This wasn't planned. I started making that maybe like 3 years ago, but it coincided perfectly.
Took them 2 or 3 years to make that shit.
Oh yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
paid protester.
Yeah.
When am I getting the check from George Soros? You tell me. You tell me.
You got to send him at georgesoros@gmail.com.
Oh, okay. You think so? You're crazy. You're crazy.
You don't even know me. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. I think we definitely showed the radical leftism on full display today. That when you talk to leftists, you don't have to say you're MAGA. You don't have to say that you're a Trump supporter or that you're a Zionist, but you automatically get labeled as such, and they start harassing you, following you.
If she would have just stayed quiet right now, she would have just did a close.
Because women
Oh,
are
fuck, he's still there.
right? That's what y'all think.
He's still fucking
You
there.
always twist the words, baby girl.
Are you new here?
You always do that.
Married
Why you
man,
always
by the
twist
way.
everything?
Married man, but just call me baby
Hope they
girl. I
rob
don't.
all
He
this
touched
shit.
me earlier.
I hope they
Oh
take
my-
off with all those comedy shirts.
Oh my God, that's insane, brother. I've got to take a little intermission for a moment. So
Yeah, go ahead. I might be.
yeah.
I might be around. I might stick around, maybe not. We'll
Yeah,
see.
I've got something else. I'm going to play a little bit of fun on this one. What I'll do, I'll load it up, and
All right.
it's one of those ones where they're asking young Americans questions about. It's kind of fun about American politics and American history and stuff like that. Little bit of a pop quiz on the beach. I'll bring it up. No, I won't just yet. I'll play a little song while I do I'll play a song about the tumbleweeds of no fucks given.
I got some stuff. I'll probably stick around for a little bit.
All right, good on you, mate.
If not, it's good talking with you, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, of course, mate. No stress at all. No stress. If you're still here after the song, all good. If you're not, I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, man. Yep.
I'll get this on while I take a little break.
All right, take care.
I tried to plant a garden, gave it all my care. Watered every seed with hope in the air. I dreamed of blooms where love could be shown, but in this barren land, no fucks are grown. The sun beats down, the dirt is dry. Nothing sprouts no matter how hard I try. And the wind rolls through like a ghostly pluck, bringing only the tumbleweeds of fuck. Oh, the tumbleweeds of fuck, they're all that's left, blowing through a world where hearts are theft. No fucks grow here and none are given, no fucks are known and none forgiven. They tumble and they spin like a dry old luck, rolling through the empty I shrug the sagebrush sighs, and the tumbleweeds dance beneath empty skies. A lonely ballet, a dusty parade, in a land where no fucks are ever made. Oh, the tumbleweeds are fuck, they're all that's left, flowing through a world where hearts aren't there. No fucks grow here and none are given, no fucks are known and none forgiven. They tumble and they spin like a dry old love, rolling through the emptiness. The tumbleweeds of fuck. You see, some folks say, why plant it all when the seeds just withered and the dry winds call? But me, I'll tip my hat, sing to the dust, and honor the tumbleweeds. The tumbleweeds of fuck. Oh, the tumbleweeds of fuck, they're all that's left, flowing through a world where hearts are there. No fucks grow here and none are given, no fucks are known and none forgiven. They tumble and they spin like a dry old love. So if you wander through a land so stark, where nothing blooms but the empty dark, tip your hat, let out a little chuck, and wave to the tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds of fuck.
What a lovely little tune. I do like that one. All right, let's have a little listen to this one. You still there, Pseudo?
Yeah, I was on mute. Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, cool. No, I was just checking. No stress.
Oh, look at this! Look at this jam right here in the middle.
Yeah, well, you know, let's see how we go on American history.
What is the Declaration of Independence?
Hell if I know, y'all. They ain't teaching none of this.
In what month do we vote for the president?
Should admit that. February.
Why did the colonists fight the British?
I can answer that. I actually did a debate. You know, Swords of Reason. Have you seen that Speakeasies thing?
Yeah, I was planning
Yeah, I
on
did
doing
a-
one, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I've done a couple. I did one with the original vintage about First Amendment auditors, and it got me looking into First Amendment auditors, sovereign citizens, and that took me looking right back into, you know, like a rudimentary exploration of American history. It's fucking fascinating. Much more complex. So why did the colonies fight the British? Because, well, ultimately for independence, but
There's a lot more to it than that.
yeah, but it's sort of the British were coming for the guns, weren't they? At one point, they were coming to pick off the guns, and then there was the Boston Tea Party over taxation. All we had a similar thing here in Australia, although we didn't have a war. We had a famous thing called the Eureka Stockade, where the British were overcharging for licenses for gold mining, and it turned into a bit of a kerfuffle. But anyway, we'll see if they know.
I don't know why y'all looking at me. They want to free them?
Yes.
That's why?
Yeah. From who?
It's in the question.
I don't know. Who do they want freedom from? Boston?
I don't know if New Jersey is a state or a country. What is it? Is it a city? Is Canada a state?
We're back for another round of pop quiz on the beach, but this time we're in Jacksonville. We're going to see if people can answer the citizenship questions that immigrants have to answer to become a citizen in this country. Let's see how much they know.
Just going to say, if K2 keep on trucking was here, he'd be having a go at me so bad right now.
They attacked the hell out of this poor girl, man.
Oh yeah, there's a great.
Oh my god, they really she takes abuse. You gotta give her credit.
Yeah, well, there was this one time where she shit her pants in college.
I heard about that.
Yeah, and they always bring it up. And someone said to her, "Why did you shit your pants?" And she said, "Well, I really had to go."
Yeah. Yeah, they start yelling "poopy pants."
That's it. That's it.
5-year-olds.
And there was somebody in a mask saying, "You smell," and she goes, "I think it's the mask. You're smelling your own breath."
Yeah,
It's fucking brilliant. Well, she has it seems like she has a really based family. That's the thing. Her brother's really into the firearms and stuff, and a firearm company actually made her a custom Caitlin Bennett, like a long shooter, you know. It was fucking awesome.
Who? What manufacturer? Do you know?
Oh, I can't remember. There's a video about it where she talks about the video that made her go viral. I'll probably play it after this. I mean, there's no pressure to hang around, but I've played it before, but it is such an amazing story how she what started it all. It's really incredible.
I'll be around for a little bit at least.
Subscribe to Liberty Hangout and like the video. Subscribe to Liberty Hangout and like the video all day.
This is really easy, I promise. Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Actually, no, she actually did. She's acknowledged it because it was on video. It was actually videoed. She actually did shit herself at a party because she drank too much, you know. And it has happened to the best. I'm not going to lie. You haven't really lived unless you've gotten so drunk you've shit your pants. I mean, you know,
shit happened.
Now, why are there 13 stripes on the American flag? Is it because the 13 colonies or the 13 districts of the Supreme Court?
I thought it was the 13 colonies, and I could be wrong.
No, I think it is. And maybe the districts represent the colonies. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's the 13 colonies. Yeah, I know.
It don't got 13 stripes.
It does. None of these are trick questions.
It does? Oh. But, I don't know, 13 states? No. Hell no, man. Y'all been having me look at.
Dude, are you farting?
Not me. I don't know where that came from.
Fucking someone's farting.
I thought it was one of them. I thought one of them made that sound with their mouth in the video or something.
Yeah, it happened twice. Anyway.
Why does the flag have 13 stripes?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I want to say 13 stripes because we started out with 13 colonies.
Yeah, boy.
Look at him.
Can you name one state that borders Canada?
Oh my God.
Does Washington State border Canada? Is that up there?
Does it? Is it? Oh, I know Vermont borders Canada. New York borders Canada. Part of New York borders Canada.
I meant yes, I meant New York State. Bloody hell, I didn't mean Washington. I meant New York State. Yes.
Washington. Well, Washington State is it Washington State or is it Oregon? I should know this too. I'm from this. I'm from America. Is Oregon above? I think it's. Is it Oregon? I think it might be Oregon. But
Yeah.
I mean, Washington State's pretty close. It's above California.
Yeah, they could also pick the easy one and just say Alaska.
Yeah.
Right. that would do it.
Wyoming? Is Wyoming?
Name one state that borders Canada.
Actually, here's something I learned. What's the most southern state? Like geographically, what's the most southern state in the USA?
Florida.
No, it's Hawaii.
Hawaii? Really?
Yep. Yeah. I didn't know that.
I thought Hawaii was like basically just like for the most part a little southeast, like way west. I mean, but I thought it was just a little south of California. Like, well, yeah,
me too.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I didn't know that.
I also learned. Oh, hang on. What's blue?
It's even further south than the Florida Keys, because the Florida Keys is part of Florida. That's like they go pretty far down there.
I'm going to look it up because I thought I was right.
Could be.
Hang on. Getting an education here. Yeah, Hawaii. It's Hawaii.
Holy shit.
Do you know the most western state in the USA? I learned this one.
It's got to be Hawaii also.
No, it's Alaska.
Oh, shit.
As far as I know.
I've been to Hawaii too when I was a kid. It's a long flight, but then again, we flew from New York, so I didn't think. I guess it's really not that far. Well, I'm curious, how far is it off the coast of the mainland?
Yeah, but the thing about Alaska, it has all those islands that go right over towards Russia.
Yeah, it's like 50 miles. There's a point where it's only like 40 or 50 miles, I think, from Alaska to Russia.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right, let's see what else we got here.
No clue.
Is Canada a state? No. Oh, that's a country. No.
Can you name any states that border Canada?
I know it, but I just it's like right there, but I can't. You probably could pass it.
Hold on, wait, don't pass it yet, because I at least want to name one. I can't even think of states right now. I feel as hell. Texas? Texas? No?
Where's Canada at? Not Mexico. Canada. Canada's up top. What's a state that borders Canada?
New Mexico?
Oh my God.
She said New Mexico. You ain't answered that one yet. Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico?
What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for?
He's on the $5 bill.
What is the name of the national?
Montana. You got Montana, yeah, Michigan. It is Washington State. You were right.
Franklin.
You were right.
Yeah,
Washington State.
Wasn't Benjamin Franklin
discovered electricity, sort of?
Yeah. Well, he kind of had a bit of a back and forth with Tesla, didn't he? There's a bit of an argument about that.
But did he? No, Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. What did Ben? I should know this too.
Yeah, Ben Franklin was part of the. Was it? Look, here we go. We're both looking stupid. Was Ben Franklin part of the part of like putting together the Constitution?
Ben, I think he signed the Declaration of Independence, didn't he? Or no?
Oh, maybe. Okay, that one. Okay, yeah.
My great sixth great grandfather's name was Philip Livingston. He signed actually as one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence.
Unreal.
Yeah, I have his dictionary. Somehow managed to survive a bad house fire. It was in a drawer, and it's creepy. The whole dresser basically burned to nothing, and the Ziploc bag melted around it, and somehow it stayed intact. It still stinks like smoke. But
Yeah,
it's really
right.
pretty. You look at some of the words in there, like the definition of electricity. If we get some like in between videos later, I'll grab it and it's hilarious.
Yeah, I did a little bit of study at one point into the history and philosophy of science, and they go into the early theories of what people thought electricity was. It's really fascinating, and also they go into what they thought heat was, because they thought heat was like a substance that gets transferred from one thing to another, but they
Heat?
couldn't figure out. Yeah, heat. It was really, really fascinating stuff. But yeah, Ben Franklin, yeah, bifocals. Yeah, he was the inventor. He invented fucking
He
uh,
invented things. Was it more?
yeah.
I feel like there was something else besides bifocals. I don't know.
Anywho.
Let's see what the girls know. If they know any answers. Right now.
The national anthem? I have no idea.
Can you freestyle for me something about how we gained our independence from Great Britain and all that stuff? You want to freestyle something?
Be the best at it. I'm not
Just take it. Take it and go for it. Give me a little something.
Hey, we out here on the beach, you know what I'm saying? We hanging, swinging and banging.
I don't know what to do. I don't do
Okay. All right. That was good enough. Thank you. There were 13 original states, like we just said. Can you name 3 of them?
Guess they would have to be Virginia.
Delaware.
I'd imagine.
Virginia.
Pennsylvania, maybe.
Yeah, Pennsylvania, Virginia. I think Delaware, New York.
Well, there was 3. She said 3 original.
Well, 3 of them. 3 of the 13. She's asking. Yeah, I couldn't name the 13 for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Pennsylvania, Virginia, New Mexico wasn't, because that came in later. That was all part of a big deal that had to go down. But anyway, I think we've got a couple of them.
Florida, Georgia, Alabama.
Nope. Georgia's one.
Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi.
Can you each name one? We'll go down the line. Can you name one?
Virginia.
Yep.
Don't know. I don't know.
Can you name 3 states of those original 13 colonies?
Is one Washington, Michigan, Minnesota, Florida? Oh.
Yeah, she said Florida. That was wrong. Nope.
Wisconsin, Wyoming, and Texas?
I don't know if New Jersey is a state or a country. What is it? Is it a city?
He's from New Jersey. What's he look like? He's from a state or a city? What's he look like?
He look like he from
Delaware was the first. I'm
Taliban.
pretty sure of that.
Why?
Taliban is a. What is Taliban?
What territory did the U.S. buy from France in 1803?
No clue.
What territory did the U.S. buy from France in 1803?
What
Don't know that one.
France in 1803. Yeah, it is right. You know?
What territory did the U.S. buy from France in 1803?
I don't wait. I'm gonna take a wild guess, but I don't want to be a stupid guess.
Take a guess.
France. Ohio?
I'm from Ohio. No, they did not. It was the Louisiana.
Buy from France?
Is it in the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Would it be like up towards New York?
Okay.
Who is the commander-in-chief of the military?
Oh, you should know this. You're in the military.
Which branch of the military?
All the military.
Commander.
Right now?
Anytime. Who is the commander-in-chief?
I'll say Donald Trump right now.
That's the president.
Yeah, he's the commander-in-chief.
Yep.
I don't know this one. He should know. He's in the military.
Why did the colonists fight the British?
I don't know why y'all looking at me.
It'll be this little thing called independence.
He's smart.
They fought the British because they were having taxation without representation, and they were tired of it. They were being controlled from overseas, and they weren't with it. They needed their own democracy.
What is the Declaration of Independence?
Hell if I know, y'all. They ain't teaching none of this.
Well, his dad was
Dude.
proud.
It's a good question, like to actually ask the question, what is the Declaration of Independence? Well, it's kind of in the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's when that's the 4th of July, isn't it? 1776.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of as far as I know, it's when America officially became an independent state. Was that after the War of Independence, or was it before? Did they declare independence first? That's where
I forget. I think it's kind.
I know there was a lot going on. Right?
Yeah. And I thought there was something like I thought 1776 wasn't actually when we got our independence. I think that's when the Declaration was signed, maybe. So I think
That's
after.
what I thought. Yeah.
I could be wrong too. Who the hell knows? I
Well,
should
we'll
know.
look it up.
I
The
should
War
know
of
all this
Independence.
stuff.
Oh no, the War of Independence began in 1775. So until 1783. So the Declaration of Independence was written 1 year into the Civil War, into the War of Independence.
Yep.
Got it. So they hadn't quite won independence yet, but they declared it and then fought for it.
They're like, we're not losing.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Failure is
Where
not
are you
an option.
from?
South Carolina.
Okay.
But they don't do all that.
They don't do all that. South Carolina, what's going on? What is the Declaration of Independence?
I guess it's establishing independence for the 13 colonies.
From who?
From I told you how long we've been out of school. I don't remember.
Do you have any guesses? Why did the colonists fight the British?
Because they wanted to exchange goods on their property or their land. No,
That's a good one, though.
I really thought it would be a fundamental piece of knowledge that everybody in America would know that you were a British colony, and like the same as Australia, we still kind of are. I mean, we have our own constitution, but the Queen of or the King of or the monarch of England is still officially our head of state. It's a rubber stamp.
They really stopped teaching a lot of history. I don't know. I couldn't tell you how long ago, but it just became less and less. They considered it less and less important. I have a feeling that was kind of by design from the leftist machine because they run the Department of Education, public education. So
Yeah, they want to erase history so they can rewrite it.
but somehow I don't know. Maybe they don't. Maybe all the schools don't follow Common Core to a T because I know my daughter does know a lot of this stuff. She had a good American history teacher. So a lot of these schools they probably don't. It's probably just
No.
they teach a bunch of bullshit.
That sounds fair.
Close.
They wanted freedom.
Yes.
That's why.
Yeah. From who?
I don't know. Where do they want freedom from? Boston?
In what month do we vote for the president?
I don't know that one.
Should know that. February? I was going to say March, but February.
Come on,
February,
buddy. Come
March.
on. How do they not know this?
It's November.
I think I knew that.
Did you guys vote in the last election?
I did. Sure did. Yep.
And you remember it being in
I don't
February.
remember when.
Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived?
Indians? Native Indians? What?
I don't know. You don't want me to say my answer because I was gonna no. Are you looking for like a group of people?
Native Americans and conquistadors.
The
Don't be lying.
conquistadors.
That'll
Yeah,
be
they
my
lived,
guess.
they lived
There
there for a
wasn't a
bit.
whole lot of them. I think there was only like 175, and they make it out to sound like there was like thousands of them.
Yeah, but I'm sure surely she's just talking about Native Americans, like Indians. Like,
Well, yeah, I mean, but there was also the conquistadors were moving up in. So I mean, just they were both. I don't know, but yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, the major answer is the Native Americans.
I watched a little documentary about the Appalachians. That was fascinating. Those people, like very they sort of have physical features that are very unique, and they they were kind of isolated. They weren't allowed to vote and stuff, or something like that, because they were sometimes considered coloured, sometimes considered, but they were a mix of Portuguese and all sorts, and just got kind of isolated into the hills there.
Yeah, it's kind of like the people in the bayou. Did you ever see? You have people in the bayou that they're white. They're whiter than white, but they actually have a lot of African DNA in them. Like if you look at their facial features, they have the same kind of noses, bone structure.
Yeah.
But a lot of them will have like reddish colored, like the same type of hair. Like it's like tight, nappy, curly, whatever. It's
right.
pretty interesting.
Wow, that's interesting. All right.
Yeah, the Spaniards. They're Spanish.
What are two rights listed in the Declaration of Independence?
No rights in the Declaration of Independence.
Right to bear arms?
Who else want to guess?
The Bill of Rights. Am I wrong?
The right for speech.
So that's
Actually, that one I don't know, because I always thought of rights as coming from the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
Which was basically integrated into the Constitution. I think there was 10. There was 10 original.
But isn't there something in the Declaration of Independence about the pursuit of happiness, right? Or no? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. I'll wait for her to tell me.
Yeah. That's interesting.
the Constitution.
Oh.
What are two rights listed in the Declaration of Independence?
Right to bear arms, right to free speech.
Okay, that's not the Declaration of Independence.
Oh gosh, I guess that's the Ten Commandments. Is that
The 10 Commandments.
I don't.
What are two rights listed in the Declaration of Independence?
Right to bear arms. And what? And freedom of speech.
Those are the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. We were talking about the Declaration of Independence. Yeah. Who is in charge of the executive branch?
Yeah, it's got to be in the video. That's what it's saying.
You either love them or hate them.
Trump.
Yeah, the
Do you
president.
love him or hate him?
I don't know what to say. I hate him. I like Trump.
Oh, you hate him. Okay, I'm sure he's devastated.
I don't hate Trump because I don't want him to see this and come find me. He might.
He won't come find you. It's okay.
When Dorian came, what he said he was gonna do, put up a border or something to keep it from getting something they said on the news.
For the hurricane, so the hurricane came.
Yeah, I just looked up the Declaration of Independence, and Blue Aqua Tiger is correct, and you were the pursuit of happiness, and the other one was it outlines the right of revolution.
Ah, okay.
So when a government becomes tyrannical and fails to protect these rights, the people have a duty and a right to alter or abolish it and create a new one. That's based.
Well, I got one of them. Not totally senile yet.
Yep.
Yeah, but he said he wasn't gonna do something until he stopped the Dorian from hitting us. It was on the news.
Do you guys think that these questions are fair for immigrants to answer?
Yeah.
Okay, we have a disagreement. Do you think these are too hard for immigrants?
It's not too hard if you're taught it, but I mean, why would you need to know that?
I don't know why we would need to know the history and know why we got free from the British, right?
I don't see why you would have to answer anything to live a better life.
This was fun. You guys have been the greatest group so far. You guys, I really enjoyed talking to you guys. No, you're fun. You're very funny and positive.
Yeah, we did beat y'all.
Oh yeah, we did. No,
Okay, who won? Yeah, who won?
It was. We had 3. We ended up with 3.
It was 2-1.
How was it 1?
Because I answered that point.
She answered 1. First, I answered it. Then she had answered it, and I was like New Hampshire.
She said a start on.
All right, don't need to hear the rest of that.
Well,
All
you
right,
know, I hear the argument from people like on the right a lot, like and it's funny, like say, oh, well, if you become an immigrant to the United States, you should have to, learn all this stuff about history. And it's like, yeah, I agree, but it's funny at the same time. Most Americans don't even know this shit.
No, correct. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's where there's an argument to be made that you should have to pass some sort of civics test in order to vote in the first place. You should at least understand how the government works, what the structure is, etc.
Yeah.
I've got one more for 15 minutes. So I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So this is Caitlin Bennett's origin story. This is from a few years ago, but it's a pretty interesting bloody story. Okay.
1 year ago, I took a photo that would forever change my life. Last year was my senior year here at Kent State, and I was one of the most vocal political activists at the school. Week after week, I'd be out on campus fighting for free speech, for the Second Amendment, and for capitalism. But the school was so liberal that they never took my message seriously. Even after my cameraman was assaulted on camera, nothing changed. And that made me fearful for my friends who I'd be leaving behind as I graduated. So 1 week after this, I decided to organize an open carry demonstration at Kent State so college students could be exposed to something they will never learn in the classroom. I wanted to bring real gun owners to campus so that the students on campus could see that gun owners are not scary. Gun owners just want to protect themselves and their loved ones, and that guns are just an object. There was so much positive conversation to come out of that event that I really felt confident that the policies I fought against for years might finally change, or at the very least be brought into question. But they never were. And the administration scoffed at me every step of the way, demeaning all of the peaceful gun owners who showed up to exercise their constitutional rights and to have a really good conversation with students who are curious about guns. I put way too much time into fighting for my rights on campus to let my efforts go to waste. So when I graduated from Kent State a few weeks later, I wanted to do something big for the whole world to see what I stood for. I told my boyfriend at the time, and now fiance, Justin, that I wanted to put something cool on my graduation cap for everyone to see. And after I said I wanted "come and take it" written on my cap, he gave me an amazing idea that I never anticipated would have changed my life. Since Kent State's policy prohibits students from carrying firearms on campus, but not guests, Justin said I should come back to campus with a rifle after I graduate.
That's the kind of crux of it.
Yeah.
The university had a policy that students can't carry weapons on campus, but guests can. That's kind of interesting. So what she's going to say is the moment she graduated, she was no longer a student, right? So she could turn up.
To show how I couldn't even conceal carry my handgun as a student, but could come back with an AR-10 and a 30-round magazine strapped to my back later that same day. And I thought, what better place to fight for my right to self-defense than Kent State, a campus where 4 unarmed students were shot and killed by the government in 1970. So graduation day came, and I never actually ended up walking, but my family came up to celebrate with me anyway, and help make sure that I left behind the kind of legacy that I wanted to. My brother is literally the biggest firearms enthusiast I know, and he is honestly who helped me get into guns and into the Second Amendment. And he loaned me his Palmetto State PA-10 and AR-15 for the day. It was raining like crazy, and even after I had gotten my cute white dress on and my heels, I was ready to scrap the idea altogether because I was bummed out by the rain. If you ever have curly hair, you know what happens in the rain. But Justin and my family encouraged me to go through with it, so we hopped in the car and drove here to Kent State. And sure enough, it stopped raining just enough for me to grab that photo. We were immediately greeted by a campus police officer in the parking lot. Since I called beforehand to let them know I would be here taking photos, I didn't want to cause any trouble. I don't know why he had to search my car, but he did, and inspected the rifles in my dad's trunk to make sure they were unloaded. Even though I would have every single right, legal right, for them to be loaded on campus. Then we came up here to these steps, got the AR-10 out of the bag, and got right to snapping photos. I honestly only envisioned my graduation photo only being taken by the stairs, but Justin suggested that we should get some more by the fountain since it's super pretty. We were only probably down here for 10 minutes since we started hearing thunder rolling, but we were able to get the one photo that made the biggest impact. He put the camera on burst mode and told me just to walk away from him with the rifle on my back. And the rest is history. As soon as we hit that upload button online, my whole entire life would never be the same. And what happened next was not something I would have ever expected. The photo started blowing up online, but not because I had support for the photo, but because liberals on Twitter hated it so much that they made it go viral all around the world. In fact, it didn't even go viral from my own Twitter account since I only had 500 followers at the time, but from some website called Drunk America that re-uploaded my photo, and it blew up everywhere because this one guy decided to share it and compare me to a school shooter.
The thing about that photo is that it ticks all the boxes for everything that lefties hate.
Yep.
It's a pretty woman. It's a pretty woman looking kind of, you know, a little bit sort of spicy in the white dress.
Yeah, a little short skirt, sort of. Yep.
Yeah, the gun. She's white. You know, she's white.
Yeah.
She's got the fucking. Yep, it had everything.
Blue eyes,
like-
fair skin, blonde hair.
Yep. Just they would lose their shit, man. The perfect target for them.
This tweet got 500,000 likes, and after my name was attached to it, I was getting hundreds of followers by the minute and countless death threats. And honestly, at that point, I wanted to delete my Twitter, and I wanted to hide from all the hateful messages I was getting. But because of the support of Justin and my family, I eventually learned to ignore it and become a stronger person because of it. After the photo, I can't even count how many interviews I did. My first interview was with a local NBC affiliate, and after that, I was contacted by the Washington Post, USA Today, and the Daily Mail. And then what really changed my life more than anything was when I got a phone call from Fox News asking if I could come on Fox and Friends to talk about my photo. There were a few different shows on Fox that wanted me to come on, but they sold me on Fox and Friends because they said President Trump watches every morning. And I thought that would be so cool. I can't even describe how nervous I was going into the interview, but I don't think I could have handled it any better than I did.
Would you do it again?
I would do it again, and I wish that I could do it with a fully automatic machine gun. I really thought my fame was going to end with my interview on Fox, but boy was I dead wrong. I think I may have gone more viral for that interview than I did for my photo itself, because at that point hit pieces were starting to be written about me. In fact, the Young Turks had an entire segment dedicated to talking about me, and so did Vice.
Where's my nuclear submarine? I have to fight tyranny.
Yeah.
I have to fight tyranny.
First of all, that's not even a look. That does not go with that dress, Caitlin.
Then Shannon Watts, the founder of Moms Demand Act.
The fuck is that guy talking about? That goes great with that dress.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
If he was a different color, he'd say that he wouldn't be saying that. Or like if she wasn't a quote right winger, he wouldn't be saying that.
Yeah.
On Twitter for my Fox interview, telling me that I have white privilege because I wasn't arrested for taking a photo with a gun, even though it's 100% legal. In fact, the most famous gun control advocates of 2018, David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez, went after me on Twitter as well, and shared memes of me photoshopped into the 1970 Kent State shootings. Things started to slowly die down again from there, and I thought that was the end of the ride for me. But Jim Carrey decided he wanted to make me famous again, and he literally drew a photo of me in front of the devil to try blaming me for a school shooting in Texas. Without even doing anything, I was back in national headlines thanks to him. All of the attention these liberals were giving me wound up getting the attention of the firearms manufacturer that made my rifle that I used in the graduation photo. I was reached out to by Palmetto State Armory, and they said,
There
hey,
you go.
we saw that was our rifle in your photo. Want to come down to our engineering facility to build your own? So I absolutely said yes. That was probably one of the most incredible
yeah.
experiences I've
Isn't
ever
it great
had
how
over the
backfires?
last
It
year.
always
They
backfires.
flew me down to South
Hey?
Isn't it great how the liberals, all their bullshit, these attacks, now there's definitely a shift there's been a shift happening because it's backfiring on them now. You know what I mean? Like they made her more famous.
Mm-hmm.
They gave her a career. You know?
Something that Jordan Peterson pointed out was when people try to cancel you, he said never apologize. He said because when you apologize, the people who might have supported you can't support you anymore.
Yeah.
Right. So she doubled down, and yeah, the gun manufacturer, like I loved it. They brought it out as a kind of a celebration. They went the other way. They didn't sort of say, "Oh my God, oh no." They said, "Yeah, come down. We'll make you your own bloody. You can assemble your own." Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Carolina, along with my brother.
I was gonna say Black Rifle Coffee. They shot themselves in the foot. They bailed on Steven Crowder.
Yep.
He was a big sponsor. They were one of his sponsors, and then like after that video, that stupid video that his wife probably she knew it was on camera and egged him on to start saying stuff to her. They bailed on him after that.
Is that coffee company?
Yep, Black Rifle Coffee. Yeah.
Yeah. I know the one. I've heard of them before. I've seen them advertised.
He put them on the map pretty much too.
Fair income. Oh, and Candace Owen did a fucking number on him too.
Yeah, she lost her mind. I used to actually like her too.
I was never when I used to watch a bit of Dave Rubin and saw Candace Owens starting to emerge, I kind of thought, yeah, like a based chick, but I never quite bought it.
Well, I at first I didn't, right? But then it was like I was following her for at least like a good couple of years. And then when she came out pointing out, like sticking up for Derek Chauvin and calling out the whole George Floyd thing, and she took a lot of heat for that. I was like, okay, maybe she's legit. And I think I don't know, man. Like something just, I think that whole thing with Ben Shapiro, and whatever media company.
Yeah, and then all the conspiracy theory shit she got into.
She just went ape shit, and it's like I don't know if she really even believes the shit she says anymore. I think it's just like ask a bunch of questions, get everybody riled up for clicks.
I got the impression that the same thing, that she was just going. It looked to me like she was just ravenous for attention.
Grifting.
Yeah. Yeah.
She probably was the whole time. She probably was from the beginning. And I didn't, I got sold on it until, she went, the whole thing with, the Charlie Kirk and attacking Kirk. I'm like, all right, this chick's nuts.
Yeah, she was invited to go over there to Turning Point USA, and she went there, and she came back after meeting them on their headquarters for a discussion, and I saw her come back on her next stream and say, "It's okay, everybody, I'm safe. I made it back," right? As though, like literally, as though her life was in danger going over there.
My fiance Justin, and let us tour their facility, build a rifle, and even shoot machine guns. The coolest part was that they made a custom lower for my AR-15 that had an engraving of my graduation photo. They never asked for anything in return, never told me I had to do any promos for them, and were some of the nicest people I've ever met in my whole life. It must be that Southern hospitality. They even had my back when it felt like the whole world was against me, and did it out of the goodness of their heart. And PSA has been my favorite firearms company ever since. But right when I got back from South Carolina, I found myself making headlines as soon as I got off the plane, because I sarcastically challenged David Hogg to an arm wrestle to decide the fate of the Second Amendment. I had already offered to debate him, but that got nowhere, so I figured if he has the time to share insults about me, then he certainly has time to talk about how he plans on taking our guns. The point of the challenge was to point out the hypocrisy of gun grabbers, that they say they're against gun violence, but want the government to point theirs at us. Because let's be honest, when your arms are that tiny, you're not going to be taking people's guns yourself. And even though gun grabbers like Hogg and Gonzalez would get away with promoting disgusting insults about me, of course the liberal media decided to selectively report on my arm wrestle challenge, but not the things they shared about me. So what happened? I got more death threats, more hate, and more Hollywood actors attacking me on Twitter. What these people never actually caught on to was that every time they piled on to attack me, my following grew larger and larger. And because of this, I was invited to speak in front of hundreds at a gun rally down in Florida last summer. And ironically, David Hogg was throwing a rally right down the road that same day, so I went over there to try to have a conversation with him about guns, and he ran away from me.
There we go.
I then started making more videos for Liberty Hangout, since I was already doing that before my graduation photo went viral while I was a student here at Kent. And of course, these videos, paired with all the dozens of photos I posted with firearms, didn't make liberals happy that I was still around on social media. Nor did they like that I was standing up for actual women's rights and female empowerment. I was sent over 300 death threats on my birthday, and in the past year, I have received 2 phone calls from the FBI about credible threats against my life. It's so amazing that when I stand up for the Second Amendment, they think threatening me will shut me up, but all it did was prove exactly why we need firearms in the first place. That was no more apparent than when I hosted another open carry event at Kent State in September of last year. I organized a walk on campus with the same goals in mind as my one in April, to talk to students about why their right to self-defense matters here on campus. But we were never actually able to do this because hundreds of Antifa decided to violently protest the event and block us from walking through campus. They really thought they won by preventing a 5'4" blonde girl from walking around to talk about the Second Amendment. But all they did was prove my point for me. All they did was prove how gun owners are peaceful and the gun-grabbing left is violent. All they did was prove that students on campus do need to have firearms because their life could be at risk if they have different opinions than their peers. And in fact, the Kent State administration proved our point too that very same day. The event was never supposed to even be a walk. We were supposed to be right here on the K talking to students like we did in April. But they wanted to charge us $14,000 in an attempt to keep us away from the campus. But that didn't keep us away, and all it did was show the administration's bias against conservative students. They even tried charging my friends thousands of dollars again in November just to bring me back to campus to speak. And now Kent State is facing a lawsuit over it and had to get rid of their policy that let them charge security fees to student groups. I'm so hopeful that one day soon Kent State will change their campus carry policies, but it is satisfying to know that my activism has at the very least resulted in them getting rid of their security fees. Because now that means conservatives on campus can't be discriminated against like we were. During my journey over the last year, there were a lot of people who tried to shut me down, intimidate me, and belittle me. But none of their attempts to silence me have worked, and I was able to turn a photo into a career. I was able to turn a mere 500 followers into 600,000 in just 1 year. And even though I graduated with a degree in biology, now I get to travel the country doing what I love. Now I'm invited to speak at rallies. I'm invited to college campuses, and I produce content almost on a daily basis for InfoWars and Liberty Hangout. The left's hatred of a woman unafraid to stand up for conservative values even landed me in California this February, where I had the chance to speak about the Second Amendment to Logan Paul's 18 million YouTube subscribers.
Why do you feel the need to own that level of firepower?
Because I want to. I didn't know it at the time, but my
I was just going to say that. The answer could be because I want to. It's like if someone said, why do you feel the need to own 5 sports cars? Because I want to, right?
Also, there's a real argument to be made. It's because the laws aren't enforced anymore. And why should I have a slingshot when these scumbag criminals walking around with illegal firearms are going to come into my house if they invade my home with everything they got? Because nobody checks them. You know?
That's right.
I want that.
That's
I
right.
want that 30-round magazine and a bunch of 10 more magazines ready to go.
Yeah, when you ban guns, the only people who end up with guns are cops and criminals.
Yeah, they took my guns. I had to give up my guns.
They were lost in a boating accident.
Yeah, no. Somebody, people lied in court. I was taking a bunch of copper from a construction site that they were throwing out. It was some stupid. I can't understand why they were keeping all the heavy copper wire. I was taking all this stuff, filling small stuff, rolls of it, putting it in 5-gallon buckets. I wasn't supposed to take it, but the electrical contractor's like, dude, take it. You know, as long as the superintendent don't see you. I was bringing it home, and it was a guy that worked for a temp agency doing like cleanup. And he knew I was taking it. He knew where I lived, and I got word from somebody that it was him that stole a bunch of it out of my backyard. I'd take like 100 pounds of it at a time to the scrapyard. You know, I had a bunch of it out back. He stole it. I called the police. Like, well, it's, you know, we'll take a report. It's your word against his. There's really, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me just go to his house and ask him. Maybe he'll say, oh, here, have it. Whatever. I didn't know. I shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. He
knew that I had a rifle in my car at all times. Okay.
Yeah.
So I pull up to his house. Before I even got out of the car, he was coming outside, see me, runs back in the house, closes the door. Next thing you know, his wife is yelling out the window at me. It's like, I know you're guilty right there. And he knew it. So he calls the police. The police come. He had his neighbor lie, said that I actually brandished the firearm.
Yeah, right.
From my car. So I didn't get a lawyer. I just went to court. I was like, this bullshit ain't gonna fly, and I got charged with terroristic threats. He had to put a PFA out on me, and they put me on probation. And yeah, I had to get rid of them. And I already had my had a lawyer fill out. It's like paperwork. I forget. Like they say, if you do it on your own, you have no chance. So I had my lawyer do it, submitted it for me to see if I could get my gun rights back. It was that was after 5 years. They denied it. He said try in 10, which will be next year, I think. So I'm hoping that he said I should be able to get him back eventually, because like any stuff that's on my record, I was basically a kid. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
they could take your shit from you. Yeah,
man,
it
that
happened.
sucks.
Yeah.
It was more than just a message. It was the opportunity of a lifetime. I thought my graduation photo would be the one time the world would get to hear what I had to say. But now the world can hear my message every time I upload a video or write a tweet. And it's so empowering to know that this would have never been the case if I let the bullies kick me when I was down. It's so empowering to know that there are now people who look up to me as someone who can inspire them, not to let others dictate how they had to think or feel. I truly hope that my story can go beyond politics and encourage others to never give in to bullies and not be afraid to stand up for what they really believe in. I hope that my story can encourage others to understand the value of family. A lot of my friends abandoned me over the past year, but family is forever. And I hope that my story can highlight the importance of finding someone who loves you unconditionally, just as Justin has been by my side and always giving me encouragement since the day I met him. I'm Caitlin Bennett. And if you thought I was going to go away after taking my graduation photo last year, you were dead wrong. I'm not going away anytime soon, and I will always stand up for what I believe in.
That's just awesome. They gave her a career.
I know, and she's been doing it for years, man.
That's awesome.
She's been doing it for years. Well, mate,
Yep,
it's
I'm heading out.
Yeah.
I gotta go to the store. That was fun.
Yeah, it was good to have you around, man. It was good to go through a bit of that.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming up.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me up.
Never know. I might even do another one tomorrow. We'll see. I've got to do some stuff, but it's just so easy to jump on and just make a random stream now and then. But anyway, gonna wrap it up. So to all the people watching, thanks for hanging around. Blue Aqua Tiger still here. Good to see you, man. And Pseudo, I'll catch you. I'll catch you around, eh?
Yep, you know it.
Good on you, mate. Thanks. I'll see you next time.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Well, just a final word. Thanks again to everyone. Really appreciate people dropping by to see what's going on. And always enjoy bantering with the chat. And it's always nice when we get some people up on panel, have a little bit of banter and review some stuff. So, like I said, I will see you all. Just adjusted my hat at the end of the show, eh? I'll see you all next time. Have a good one, guys.